So, were you relieved when you found out that the Vigilante was not Paul?
Yeah, I mean yeah, because I didn't want to have to, go after my ex-husband in any particular way. But yeah, I mean, it was really cool to see, that he was this partner that, Dinah had, and that they have this really interesting connection, and it made me feel much better about like hitting him in the head with the ball last year too. That he wasn't my husband, so that was really interesting, and it really caught us, a lot of us, by surprise. Like, whoa, that he was Vincent. I think the fans will really dig that too.
Speaking of his love life, are we going to see him get any new love life?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would love to see Curtis, get out in the field in a different way, maybe the club, I mean, I know he definitely had a lot of love for Paul, and he definitely wishes it would have worked, and maybe there's a future where they can reconcile and, come back together. But I'd love to see Curtis out there dating and just, see what's out there for him and having a little fun, maybe be a little casual, maybe a little serious. It'd be really interesting to see him go on that path.
This episode, Dinah lets her ex get away. So does the team sense that there's something going on with Dinah withholding something? Are they looking for Vigilante going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely know that Vigilante, will definitely, his footprint will be coming back into the show as the season progresses, and I think that it is one of those things where in Arrow, the secrets always come to light eventually, and I think that you will see the team have to deal with that, and whether she trusts us enough to confide in us, what she knows now about, Vincent being a vigilante. But I think you'll see some good detective work on Team Arrow's part to try to get to the bottom of it and find out the truth.
Felicity kind of discovered like a new kind of direction for the startup, but Curtis wasn't really involved in that. So could you talk a little bit about how he's going to react to that, like what he thinks of it, just the startup moving forward?
Yeah, I think, they're good friends, but, that's a pretty big deal to, cut out one of your partners in that sense. If you're going to, you want it to be a cohesive unit where you both are equals and things like that. So I think you will see a little bit of friction between Curtis and Felicity in regards to company, but I think it's something that they could definitely work out and get past. And it's just one thing, like you forgive your friends, you move on, but there will be a back and forth about that for sure.
Is he concerned, do you think, about the degree to which Team Arrow has kind of taken over his life? Like, he doesn't have a husband anymore, he's in business with Felicity, and now you got the FBI down your back?
Yeah, I mean, I think Curtis is happy with the choices he's made in his life. Obviously, he misses Paul a ton, but this was for a greater good beyond himself. This was to make sure that people don't feel like victims in Star City anymore. And he will struggle with that decision, time and time again, but I think he'll always land on the side of, he wants to do what's right for other people and be a more selfless individual in that respect. But, it won't just be some easy, like, I'm past my old life, whatever, this is what I live now. It will be a struggle emotionally for him to kind of progress through the season.
Your character is a high-tech wizard. In what ways are we going to see that skill set come to the forefront a little bit more in upcoming episodes?
Yeah, I think you'll definitely see that playing out in regards to things that are going on with Helix Dynamics, things that are going on with certain people on the team, different types of tools that they'll be able to use out to help them. You'll consistently see Curtis, bringing a bigger footprint to what tech means for the team and what they can expand upon and be more helpful in them having more successful missions and whatnot, and bringing on some other things.
How about the tier spheres? Are we going to see them used in different ways or advanced technology?
Yeah, I think the T-spheres are definitely continuously a work in progress. I would love to see them get to the point where they're just flying around them, where you can like fly on them, like in the comic books and things like that. But they're a continual, gradual build to get to that place. But I think you've already seen them have so many uses. Whether they put the hypodermic needle in them last year to help get Oliver back together, or different Laurel still in them this year and things like that. I mean, you'll see the different uses come into play throughout the season for sure.
What are the biggest challenges facing Team Arrow over the next few episodes?
I mean, definitely, the Vigilante-esque reveal is definitely something they're going to be dealing with. But also, Caden James is really going to be trying to put his stamp onto what he wants the city to look like, and the revenge he wants to get back on Argus and everyone who made him pay for sitting in that cell for so long. You'll definitely see them, dealing with that along the fronts of like Ricardo Diaz is out there, and then Tully is out there, and Black Siren is out there. So you'll see this kind of, this kind of all hands on deck kind of atmosphere come up when they realize just the odds that they really are up against this year.
How does Ricardo Diaz compare to some of the show's past villains?
Yeah, I mean, he is just complete badass, smooth, but he's not the type that yells. Like he says something and he can be as calm as possible, but that there's a intense intent behind it and that you do not want to mess with this guy. I think he's very meticulous in the things that he does, and you really see a pretty cool connection between him and Diggo's character.
In the past, we've seen Curtis and Renee kind of pair off in a lot of scenes and be friends and have this banter going. Will we see more of those two characters together?
Yeah, they'll be lovers by the end of the season. No, I love
the truth.
right. I know people are actually trying to ship Curtis and Renee. I would be down for that. But I love their scenes together. They are really like this odd couple, type of presence, and you will be seeing them expound upon that friendship and have some more cool, awkward banter moments between each other. And I really love working with Rick Gonzalez, and I'm not saying that because he's right over there right now, but because he's just a really fun actor to work with, and he's really talented, and I learned so much from just watching him do his thing. So I definitely am always pushing for some more terrific dog scenes.
Tech savvy, or rather tech-based superhero, is Curtis going to personally catch the attention of Caden James moving forward?
That's a question I'm not too sure about the answer to, but I think it's definitely possible. I think Curtis would definitely be considered a threat to Caden James and to any villains in the city. When they learn of his tech prowess and the types of things that he can do and build, and the codes he can infiltrate, and the way he's just an asset to the team. I think it could definitely bring the notice of any bad guys out there that want to stop Team Arrow.